trailer of season 2 of Rings of Power has just been released, and I'm going to give you my thoughts, my opinions, what I think all has been playing through, what all the scenes are about, and at the end of the video I'm going to share my opinion. So first of all, don't forget to write your opinion, your thoughts on the trailer. What are your hopes for season 2 of Rings of Power? Let me know in the comment section. So first of all, we start with Halbrand looking on Mount Doom, just like the end of season 1 of Rings of Power. And then Durin the Fourth talked a little bit about evil that has been returned. He talks about Sauron that has returned to the world, has made himself clear, that he shows that he is back. And then we see a kind of deforming creature formed out of roots or snakes or worms. I don't really know what it is. My first thought when I first saw the trailer was like Shelob, because last year they have mentioned that she would make an appearance in season 2. After the scene we see Galadriel, we see Elrond encircled by a lot of shadows trying to attack them, and my thoughts go immediately to the 9 ring wraiths. I think it would be really early on to see the Nazgul in season 2. I think that's more like a season 3, definitely season 4 kind of thing. They look to me a bit more like the Nazgul. And then they talk about the deception of Sauron, how he deceived everyone, and that is so amazing because Sauron is a master manipulator, a master of deception and deceit. He can change forms, he can change the way you think. That is also how he was described during the second age of Middle-earth, how he deceived the elves into making the Rings of Power. And I thought, taking that in there, showing this, it kind of fits with the story, and I'm really glad that they did it. After that, we're going to see Celebrimbor looking into a light. When I saw that light, it taught me of a couple of things, because first of all, they created them for preservation, keeping the way things are, looking like Valinor, and in my eyes, the first thought I had was maybe he's looking into Valinor, into the light of Valinor, just like the light that we saw at the first episode of Rings of Power season 1, and Galadriel almost was at Valinor when she jumped off the ship. But then I was thinking of something else. Maybe he saw Sauron after he created the One Ring. When he wears the ring, it is written down in the books that the moment that Sauron put on the One Ring, the elves immediately know that Sauron was behind all of this and they were betrayed. That is something that I thought that also could happen. Also, I'm going to show you like just a frame right now where you can kind of see it's like a man standing with the light encircling it. It kind of reminded me of the Eye of Sauron from Peter Jackson. It could be Sauron. It could also be just a Eregion that is going to be attacked during this season. It has plenty of shots during the trailer that Eregion is going to be attacked. It's also written like this in the book, so I thought this also could be a possibility. After this scene, we see the first view of Anatar, just walking at ease in an elven city, looking at the structures behind it. I think it's Eregion itself, Asteneth Hill. I think he is walking there. The elves are like looking around, running away. So they are being attacked by orcs, maybe by fireballs, like we see a little further down the trailer. Yeah, it looks amazing how he looks back. I think personally that the costume of Anatar, I think it's okay. I think it's good. It's beautiful. I'm okay with it. It looks really cool. He looks trustful, and that is what you need as an Anatar person, that he is trustful. So I think that is really a good thing. Just my opinion, he looks good. Then further down the line, we see an attack on Khazad-dûm. Could also be after Sauron attacked Eregion, that he tried to attack Khazad-dûm, although I think that is less likely. Could also be because of all the tremor, all the damage that was done on the surroundings, because Eregion is just next to Khazad-dûm, that there are rocks falling from the ceiling of the caves, falling onto the bridge. This could be a possibility. I don't think they're going to attack it. Then we see the line, "Darkness will bind them." This is one of the famous lines from the ring itself. One ring to rule them all, one ring to find them, one ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. So this is one of the lines. This is also confirms in my eyes that the creation of the One Ring will also happen in this season. Then we see the 3 rings together. I think it's Celebrimbor's hand, but I'm not quite sure. I'm kind of hoping to see Círdan this season. Círdan is one of the 3 elven ring bearers, so I'm hoping to see him. They were wearing the 3 elven rings, and you saw the tree in Linden that they talked about in the first season that was breaking down, that was dying. It was like reborn again due to the preservation created in the 3 elven rings. Then we see Durin III getting a new ring, one of the 7 dwarven rings, and I think we can't really see who gives it to them, but it could be Celebrimbor, because it's also told that Celebrimbor personally gave one of the 7 rings to Durin III before Sauron even knew about it. I hope it's Celebrimbor who gives the ring to Durin. It would be really great. Not Sauron, I hope so not, but we'll see. But then, an eagle lands in Numenor, and a man steps out of it. My first thought was, maybe it's Manwë, because he is the Lord of Eagles. It's not the wizard that we see in the first season. But then again, the Valar are kind of Silmarillion based, so they don't use much of the Silmarillion. They have to ask for it. Maybe they did. What I also thought, because he had a beard, was my thoughts went also to Círdan, the shipwright. See it this way, when Eregion was attacked by Sauron's forces, after he has revealed himself, Gil-galad sent Elrond to help the elves of Eregion. He sent word to Numenor so they could help as well. So this could be the messenger, this could be Círdan. You would think that he would go by ship, but maybe they thought that the eagles were better. Or it could be maybe one of the other two wizards. There were two blue wizards sent to Middle-earth during the Second Age, so it could kind of be that it's one of the two wizards who was sent to Numenor, but I think that would be a little bit far-fetched. And then we see the attack on Eregion. Eregion is standing in fire, and directly after that we see Elrond with a great army of elves going forward into battle, and I believe that this army of elves is the army that is going to Eregion to attack the forces of Sauron and help the elves in Eregion. I believe it was Celebrimbor. They tried to destroy the rings that were created, but the rings were masterly created, and that cannot, just like we see with the One Ring, cannot easily be destroyed by fire. So I think he tried to destroy them in a last attempt, and then eventually we end the trailer with Anatar being captured by a group of elves, with then doing some kind of magic with his hands, and suddenly we see kind of a tower appear, and I believe, because it was kind of a wasteland with the smoke, it looked grey of ash, it kind of thought to me that it could be the Tower of Barad-dûr we will see in the second season of Rings of Power. I personally think the trailer looks really cool. I think they used the 2 years that they got to improve the series, improve the thoughts. Okay, this is just a teaser trailer, or more trailers to come out, or even the first couple of episodes, to judge if they have grown and listened to the community, what they did wrong and what could be better. My first opinion was, yeah, it looks great. I think they're off to a good start. If you want to know more about the Rings of Power, the episodes, because I'm going to talk about every episode that comes out, the first one will appear on August 29th, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to give you my thoughts, my opinions about the whole series, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can take a seat at the table of Durin. I did make a video about some mistakes that Peter Jackson made during the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and if you are eager to learn what my top 5 worst mistakes were, then enjoy. And PS, don't forget to write your thoughts in the comment section. I really want to read them.